All right. Good morning, everybody. Thank you all for showing up this morning to officially welcome back Kelly Krauskopf as President of Basketball Business Operations.
Something huge just happened behind closed doors in women's basketball, and almost nobody saw it coming. For weeks, all anyone talked about was scoring stats and highlight reels. But while fans argued over numbers, the most powerful person in the league was quietly setting up a move that would flip everything upside down. Team owners and executives are still trying to process the bombshell decision from the league's top boss regarding Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham. For years, women's basketball crawled forward at a snail's pace, boxed in by tight budgets and low expectations. That slow era is officially over. The league's leader stopped treating her franchise like a hobby project and started running it like the main event. And here's the thing, this isn't just about jersey sales or a viral moment. This goes way deeper. This shakeup has upset a lot of people. For the players who spent years grinding to build this league brick by brick, this sudden change feels almost insulting. But numbers don't lie, and the numbers told a different story. Clark wasn't a passing fad. She was a billion-dollar wave, and waves like that need protecting at all costs. This wasn't a quiet warning behind closed doors. This was a full rewrite of how games get promoted, how referees call fouls, and even how teams travel. By putting business first and tradition second, the commissioner forced every single player to figure out where they now stand. When Clark walked onto the court for the first time, everyone expected rookie struggles. Nobody expected the wall of aggression that came with it. What should have been a normal welcome to the league moment turned into something that looked more like a targeted attack. Hard shoulder checks, flagrant fouls, contact that looked like it belonged on a football field, not a basketball court. Quick pause. If this story has you hooked, smash that like button and hit subscribe. It costs nothing, takes 2 seconds, and it genuinely helps this channel keep going. All right, back to the story. League executives were suddenly staring down a decision that would define the next decade of the sport. Watching their biggest star take hit after hit, the commissioner reportedly decided that the old let-them-play mentality was bad for business. That decision instantly made life difficult for any veteran trying to play enforcer against the rookie sensation. Locker rooms split right down the middle. Players felt like the rulebook was being rewritten in real time just to protect one person. But look at the TV numbers, and the reasoning becomes obvious. Games with Clark on the floor were pulling in 10 times the normal audience. The league simply couldn't afford to let one hard foul send their biggest draw to the sidelines with a season-ending injury. That protection completely reshaped how the game gets played. Faster pace, more perimeter shooting, higher scores. And honestly, this is the exact style of basketball the commissioner had been pushing for years. Then things exploded during Olympic team selection. It's still a wound a lot of fans haven't healed from. On paper, it looked like a routine roster call, ranking her behind more experienced veterans. But insiders whispered about a much colder, more calculated reason for leaving her off the team. Word spread that league officials, pushed hard by veteran voices, wanted her kept at home. Why hold your biggest star back from the world stage in Paris? Simple. Total control over her image and managing her workload. Keeping her stateside meant she wouldn't burn out before the most profitable stretch of the season, while the league kept a tight grip on her brand. It was a cold, calculated bet, one that put short-term profit ahead of her global legacy. And it sent shockwaves through the sport, proving executives cared less about her growth as an athlete and more about squeezing every dollar out of her before locking in a massive TV deal. Fans felt betrayed in the moment. But the payoff? A rested, laser-focused superstar who came back and shattered viewership records. Speaking of TV deals, the entire league just flipped upside down thanks to a jaw-dropping $2 billion media contract. For decades, critics wrote this league off as a charity case that needed constant bailouts just to stay afloat. But riding the wave of the Clark effect, the commissioner used those insane viewership numbers as leverage in negotiations with Disney, NBC, and Amazon. Here's the twist though, this deal pushed some of the league's own veteran leaders into a backseat role. The commissioner made it crystal clear, this league is now a centerpiece of a massive global media strategy. That means more national broadcasts, better production, and a total departure from the league's old niche sport image. While the money secures the players' future paychecks, it also puts the league on a much tighter leash. Every small controversy, every heated tweet, Every bit of locker room drama now gets covered like it's LeBron James trending on Twitter. The audience has exploded, and the message from the top is simple: adapt to this new pressure or get left behind. One of the biggest changes in this new era: private charter flights, suddenly, urgently, across the entire league. For years, players flew commercial, fighting for legroom, standing in endless security lines, dealing with delays like everyone else. The league always claimed it was too expensive, but once security concerns around Clark's massive crowd started making headlines, the tune changed fast. Tens of millions got poured into private travel almost overnight, and every team was forced to upgrade their whole operation. Player safety won here, no doubt, but smaller market teams struggled hard, blindsided by costs they weren't ready for. This wasn't just about logistics, it was a statement. This league doesn't see itself as second tier anymore. If it wants to be treated like a global brand, it has to look like one, even if that means spending big before the money comes in. Bold move, risky move, but that's exactly the gamble being made. And then there's expansion, probably the most controversial piece of this whole puzzle. The push isn't about slow, steady survival anymore. It's about aggressive growth. New franchises are heading to cities like Portland, Toronto, and the Bay Area. But a lot of people fear the talent pool is about to get stretched dangerously thin. Current players are nervous, and for good reason. Upcoming expansion drafts are going to raid existing rosters and completely scramble the competitive balance. This entire expansion push is tied directly to cashing in on the Clark phenomenon while the spotlight is still blazing hot. More games, more cities, more merchandise, more everything. The old cautious growth strategy. Gone the moment her jersey became the best-selling jersey in all of professional sports. And with the business side moving faster than the players' union can keep up, there's real anxiety brewing about what the next labor negotiations will look like. Even the locker room culture has shifted, especially around how management handles rivalries. This league used to sell itself on sisterhood and unity. Now, drama sells, and everyone at the top knows it. Leaning into the rivalry between Clark and other stars like Angel Reese is a total 180 from how the game used to be marketed, and it's driving massive engagement online and at the box office. Instead of calming the tension down, the front office is actively feeding it, and that's created real friction behind the scenes. The numbers are undeniable, but a lot of players feel like they've been cast as the villain just to make one player look like the hero. Engagement has never been higher, and this bet on drama-driven marketing is paying off in ways nobody predicted just a couple years ago. As all these moves settle into place, one message from the top is loud and clear: this league is no longer a work in progress. In this high-stakes new business model, the old idea of earning your stripes has been steamrolled by raw market value. Leadership basically forced this league to age 10 years in a single season. And yes, growing pains are real, but so is the upside. Right now, every decision made around Clark is shaping the entire future of the sport. There's no going back. Whether you love this new direction or miss the tight-knit feel of the old league, these tough choices today are building something capable of dominating global sports culture like nothing before it. Protecting the most valuable asset in the sport at all costs kicked off this entire ride. And even with players frustrated and the league scrambling to keep up, the world is watching closer than ever. In modern sports, attention is the only currency that matters. These changes will echo for years, especially if the next generation of players starts seeing this league as a legitimate, high-paying career path instead of a long shot. The tension between the old guard and the new wave isn't going away anytime soon. If anything, expect the front office's grip to tighten even more as the stakes keep climbing. The league we knew 12 months ago simply doesn't exist anymore. It's been replaced by something faster, louder, more dramatic, and far more profitable. And honestly, this might just be the beginning. Just look at how the referees are calling games now. These new whistle standards are already sparking arguments in locker rooms across the league. Imagine grinding through a decade of physical, hard-nosed basketball only to be told overnight that even light contact on a rookie draws a foul. The order from the top was simple: protect the shooter. Officially, it was framed as a league-wide policy. Unofficially, everyone knew exactly who it was built around. Executives realized something important: casual fans don't tune in for wrestling matches. They tune in for deep threes and fast breaks. By tightening up the whistle, the league basically forced every team to lean into offense. Defensive-minded coaches, the ones who built entire careers around physical, aggressive play, called this shift brutal. They had to scrap years of strategy in a matter of weeks. The new rules were jarring enough, but the speed of the rollout made it worse. Referees who stuck to the old physical style faced heavy criticism. The ones who adjusted got rewarded with prime broadcast slots. Naturally, players grew suspicious fast, complaining that they couldn't even guard the rookie sensation without drawing a whistle, and that the league was clearly playing favorites. But from the league's perspective, this was simply necessary evolution. A player who can drain shots from 30 feet out shouldn't be getting held and grabbed for 40 straight minutes. She needs room to create those viral, highlight reel moments. Because every time she hits a deep three, the league's value climbs by millions. That growth comes at a cost, though. A lot of hard-nosed defensive specialists now feel like relics from a completely different era. Leaked internal memos revealed the league was openly choosing pure entertainment value over old-school fundamentals. For plenty of veterans, that felt like a betrayal of everything this league was built on: grit, physicality, earning every single point. Now some players feel like they're just background characters in someone else's highlight reel. But new fans don't care about history. They want spectacle. They want to be part of a moment. And leadership wants this product as flashy and polished as possible, even if it means elite defenders now feel genuinely nervous to do their job, knowing a hard foul on the wrong player could spark a week of bad headlines. This is the same soft power playbook the NBA used decades ago with legends like Jordan and LeBron. Protect your stars without rewriting the actual rulebook. The difference is this league is compressing that entire transformation into a single season. Teams everywhere are ripping up scouting reports, trying to figure out if physical defense is even worth the risk anymore, or if the smarter move is just to outscore everyone instead. TV partners wanted high-scoring, fast-paced basketball, and that's exactly what they're getting now. The financial upside is massive. As revenue keeps climbing, expect the salary cap to explode right alongside it. The players frustrated with these changes today could be signing multi-million-dollar contracts within just a few years. For now, though, this transition is painful. Veterans are watching their hard-earned reputations get pushed aside, and leadership isn't exactly softening the blow. The message is blunt: buy in or step aside for what's coming next. The old sense of partnership between players and management, largely gone, replaced by strict top-down control, all in the name of big business. And that's exactly why these changes feel so jarring. This marks the true end of the league's quiet, player-driven era and the beginning of something built for global scale. The ripple effects are already spreading. International leagues are watching closely, and overseas talent is starting to view this league as one of the most lucrative destinations in the sport. Meanwhile, the player at the center of all this is carrying an enormous weight. She's no longer just an athlete. She's the engine of an entire financial machine. Every decision the league makes gets scrutinized for bias, and every move she makes gets picked apart under a microscope. Through it all, leadership hasn't backed down. The belief is simple: history won't remember the bruised egos of today. It'll remember how much the league grew. Sports have always been business first, entertainment second, and for the first time, this league is finally operating like a real corporate powerhouse, and the results speak for themselves. It took one electrifying rookie and one fearless, calculated leader to spark this entire transformation. Nobody could have predicted how big this would get this fast. The road ahead is faster, louder, and higher stakes than ever. The real question now: will the next wave of rising stars get this same level of protection and push? Or was this a one-time move built specifically around one player? Rival teams are watching every move closely. But one thing is undeniable: this league isn't playing catch-up anymore. It's setting the pace for everyone else to follow. So here's the real question: is this bold, high-risk transformation exactly what women's basketball needed? Or has the league gone too far, too fast? Drop your take in the comments, because this debate is only getting louder from here. If this story kept you hooked till the very end, do us a favor: hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next big story. Thanks for sticking around till the end. Stay tuned, because this is only the beginning.